Hello, my name is George, and today I'm going to show you how to dual PC stream via NDI for OBS and without using a capture card. This is the advantage of this, is that you don't need to use a capture card, and there's many advantages to it. So as I'm explaining along, I'll also explain to you that there is some hardware that you need to purchase to accommodate it. You basically need a 1 gigabit per second switch, and I'll get into that in a moment. But let's go ahead and get started. So what you need to do first is you need to go to the OBS NDI website, and you need to install NDI for OBS Studio. And the version that I'm showing you today, or that I'm installing and showing you today, is the NewTek NDI integration into OBS for OBS Studio 4.7.0. You go to the site, you go and download it, and then I suggest you download the 4.7.0 Windows installer. So once you've installed it, and I've already installed it on this PC, so I'll go ahead and go to the folder here. You go ahead and execute the install. It's hard to see. Click OK. Click I accept. Next, click next, click yes. I would highly suggest that you install it to your OBS Studio folder and just let the executable install to that folder. And then click next, click install. Sorry for the quality. I had to show you on one of my other PCs that does not have NDI installed on it, so you could understand the effect. I'll click finish. Once you've clicked finish, it may prompt you to restart your computer. In my case, it does not, but in others' cases, you may be required to. Open up OBS Studio after you've installed the file. So let's get the magnifying out. So basically, once you install and you open up OBS Studio, you'll get this new thing called NDI output settings under tools. And then in order to output, okay, you need to click on this and then click on main output and then click OK. So now I'll go to my other PC to show you how this is possible. Give me a moment, please, to set up the camera. So let me resize this. Okay, so once you have enabled, okay, or once you have it installed and you go in your tools and you, here, I'll do it again. So go to NDI output settings, go to main output, check mark, and then click OK. You'll have output to your stream PC. Now, the only time that you want to click on main output is on your game side PC. You don't need to click main output on your stream side PC. So once you have clicked main output on your game side PC, you can go ahead and I can open up the hold up. I will create a display capture. Click add existing display. Oh, I already have one. Okay, so click on display capture. And then it'll just output over to your OBS Studio on your game side PC. Now, it goes without saying, you need to have OBS Studio installed on both your stream PC and your game PC. And then, like I said, you need to install OBS NDI on your game PC, you can install it on both, and then you can do a bunch of different stuff. So just make sure you have OBS Studio and NDI OBS 4.7.0 on both your PCs, and when you go to enable it, just enable it on your game side PC and then get output on your stream side PC. So once you have done that, you go into your sources, okay? You don't need to enable NDI output on your stream side PC, okay? Unless you're trying to do some other stuff, okay, at a LAN event or something, or you're trying to create a LAN event, or you have a LAN event at your house. So once you have enabled output, you go into the sources on your stream side PC, and then you click on the plus button, and then you'll have something called NDI source. Now, in order to make this video, I already have an NDI source running, so for effect, I'll create a new one. Click OK. And then I believe that's the PC over here. Yep. So I have created my NDI source. Okay. Now it's gonna run really smoothly as long as you have the hardware infrastructure to support it. If it lags, then that means that you're bandwidth limited, and you need to make sure to upgrade your you need to make sure to have a switch, and all your PCs are connected to that switch, and that switch supports 1 gigabit per second transfer, data transfer, minimum. Another thing is you want to make sure to have Cat6 cables all around. If you want to do like multiple OBS, or if you want to do like multiple NDI sources, and you want to go batshit crazy with it, and you want to make sure to have a 10 gigabit per second switch, and you're connected to everything via Cat6e, or I believe it's Cat7 cable, and that's what I use over here to do this. Yeah, but like I said, all you really need is a 1 gig switch, 1 gigabit per second switch, and generally for a 2 PC stream, all you need is a 4-port switch, and they're like 20 or 30 bucks on Amazon. I'll go ahead and put that in the description below as well, which one I recommend. So yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. So once you have created your NDI source within OBS on your stream PC, you want to double click it and then make sure that you have the bandwidth to the highest. Make sure that your sync is on network, and then you could allow hardware acceleration. People have stutters because their PCs aren't super powerful, so you could allow hardware acceleration. It might make it run a little bit smoother. So that's pretty much it. The hardware recommendation for this, at least for your stream side PC, your game side PC, just, you know, whatever gaming PC that you have and it runs your games really smoothly, I'd recommend using that. But for your stream side PC, I would highly recommend that you have a stream PC with a really powerful CPU, so you can make the best use of, you know, using a stream PC. Don't worry about the graphics card on your stream PC unless you really plan to stream up to Twitch or to YouTube using a graphics card. I would highly suggest you get one with a really powerful CPU and use CPU encoding, because the quality is bar none much higher. So once you have this all set up, and once you have the proper PC to set everything that's all set up, you want to go, I'll go ahead and show you what I have mine set to. You go into your settings, and this is on my game PC. Now I'm moving around my game PC, so my output to my stream side PC. You want to go into output, okay? And then set your bitrate to like, it should be 50,000, should be fine. You could set it to like 100,000. If you have a gig switch, it's fine. You can go up to 100,000 if you want to. I personally think it's fine at 50,000. Make sure you have 2 keyframe interval. And then for your CPU preset, you can go slower. But remember, you're not encoding on your gaming PC, so these settings are kind of ad hoc for your game side PC. Make sure you have it on the X264 preset, and then you have all your resolution and stuff set up properly. Click OK. So once you have done that, you can go over to your game side PC. And then under settings, over here, I have under output for my stream side PC up to Twitch, for example, my rate control is on CBR, my bitrate 4900. I don't like to run 6000 because sometimes it caps up and it'll lag out the stream for a brief moment every like hour or something, and I don't want that. Make sure your keyframe interval is set to 2. And then if you're using a CPU like mine, if you're using a Threadripper, like I'm using a 16-core Threadripper for streaming, or for my stream PC, I have my CPU usage preset to slow or sometimes even slower. So, I mean, you can enable that, and then it basically works flawlessly. If you have a weak CPU, you have to run a fast or faster preset, or it'll lag you out. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Sorry the video got a little bit long. I was just trying to explain how to enable NDI. I'll go into further settings in a later video. But yeah, it's a pretty simple process. If you got lost for whatever reason, you can, go back in the video and start a little bit earlier and try again. So yeah, very simple stuff. Just make sure that you do have a gig switch, or you will not have enough bandwidth to run this. That's really all that I recommend. And like I said, I'll put that in the description. I'll put that in the descriptions below. Okay. So that's it for me today. That's it for me today, or for today. Please like and sub if you have not done so yet. Please put your comments in the comments section below if you have any questions, and I'll answer them promptly. Thank you for watching today, and bye for now.